Hey guys, Tat here and welcome to another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video for you today. Now in this video I'm going to be going over some new information about hoverbikes, tanks, aircraft, plasma weapons and 3D printing guns. Sound insane? Yeah, it is. Not only now do we know that all of those things that I just listed are actually going to be in the game. We saw glimpses of them before from the trailer, such as the hoverbike and some of the aircraft and tanks, but brand new we've got the plasma weapon and also the 3D printing gun, which basically prints bullets as you fire. So yeah, that's pretty insane. But really what this video is about is the real deal of the end, the thing that most people play the most, which is the multiplayer side of things. So we know that all of those things that I've just said are going to be in the single player. That is all well and good, but I wonder how much of it is actually going to be in the multiplayer, and whether these plasma weapons are going to make their way into the multiplayer. And also something which is really interesting, which this Call of Duty is focused on a lot more than any other Call of Duty that I seem to remember, is the vehicles. There seem to be a lot of advances in the vehicles and kind of focus on the vehicles as well. And I wonder this year whether this is going to be the Call of Duty, the first one since Call of Duty World at War, which is the one which is going to include tanks in the map, or maybe some other kind of drivable vehicle within the multiplayer maps. Now as I've said, it has been a long time since we have seen a tank within a map, which was Call of Duty 5, which was way back in, what, like 2007, 2008 or something? But Sledgehammer this year have proved that they are no stranger to adding new things into the game. They are not scared at all of adding new things in. And as far as tanks into multiplayer maps, it's not particularly new because it has been done before, but it is definitely new for this current recent run of games because none of them have had vehicles within them from the start. Now I'm not saying that having these kind of vehicles in would be good or bad, it's too early to tell, but depending on how these maps are going to work, depends on whether they would be suitable for the map. Now because of the new generation of consoles and the massive computing power that they now have, they can now make much bigger maps than they could before. Now whether it is possible for them now to make game modes or maybe special maps which include these vehicles in from the start, such as maybe the hoverbike, so that you can actually traverse over the map much quicker than you can on foot. Say if this is one of these kind of gigantic war style maps, maybe they could put vehicles in and kind of make it a little bit more strategic with the vehicles as well. Now I know that's kind of treading into Battlefield's territory a little bit, so I doubt that they would do this, but it seems a bit of a waste, them having all this new technology and all these new vehicles that they've focused on so much at the start, like the hoverbike and the plasma shooting tanks and things like that, for them not to put them into multiplayer in some way, especially things like the hoverbike. And there will be other things like that which they haven't announced yet. I can't see it being a kill streak. I can't see how it's beneficial to be a kill streak at all. It just makes me wonder whether they've got something else in the pipeline that we don't yet know about. Maybe the bit, like I've said, bigger maps or a special game mode or game type where there are bigger maps which allow you to use these vehicles. Maybe it's going to be that third game mode. Maybe they're going to chuck all the vehicles and stuff in there and you can use them in there. I don't know, but it just seems in a game like where it's so technology based, even where the soldiers in the battlefield have exoskeleton suits on which are all technology based to help them have like almost superpowers, it seems more strange not to include these type of technology based vehicles into the map than it does not to. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that they will include some of these into the map. Not sure how they're going to work it, whether, as I said, they're going to have bigger maps with just these vehicles on and smaller maps won't have them in, or whether they're just not going to have them in altogether. I don't know, it's too early to tell, but it is very interesting and just some food for thought. Also, as I said at the start, the plasma guns, the 3D printing guns, interesting to see whether they make their way in. I don't think that they will, because I don't know, I just don't think they'll be, if they do include them, they definitely won't be as powerful as they are in the single player mode. They'll have to like tone them down a lot, so they're just kind of like sniper weapons or something, just that they look a little bit different and shoot different sorts of looking bullets. I could see that they will make their way in as long as they're not overpowered. They know what they're doing, they're not stupid. So I'm sure everything will work out fine, but put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Vehicles and tanks in multiplayer, yes or no? Thank you for watching guys, subscribe if you haven't done already for loads of Call of Duty content, leave a quick like on this video if you have enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you on my next video. Ciao!